where are we with an election maybe, 18 months away or even less, perhaps?
I mean, the important thing to remember is that Sir Keir inherited an absolute train wreck of a party, the worst defeat since 1935, absolutely in the doldrums. 3 short years, one of which was under COVID, let's not forget. He's somehow managed to climb out of the pit of despair into a place where I think a lot of people are looking again at Labour, thinking in contention, a long, long way still to go, though.
Yeah, I mean, and it is the problem that he's had to do so much firefighting, getting momentum and Corbyn out of the way, which appears to be done now, that people don't know what Labour stand for. They know this chap that, takes on Rishi Sunak at Prime Minister's questions, but what does Labour stand for? That's the problem.
I mean, that's the opinion poll you're reporting is reflecting a national mood, I think, which is so far so good, but what's next? And I mean, Starmer's great challenge now is to set out some clear policies that people can get behind of. So, it is he had an Everest to climb. He's not there at the top yet, but he's getting there.
And dare I suggest the criticisms that he's a bit dull, a bit boring, as some people say, because politics seemingly is becoming ever more presidential.
Well, that is his danger, isn't it? That, on the sort of who do you want to have a drink with test, he may not be top of everyone's list. But on the other hand, who do you want running the National Health Service? Who do you want running the immigration service and the education system? Probably him.
I'm just looking at this picture, PMQs, Rachel Reeves and Angela Rayner. Is that as important, that the team he's got behind him as well, in terms of the ability to actually govern?
Well, I mean, Rachel Reeves is one of the leading economists of her generation, brain size of the planet. She'll be a fantastic chancellor. Reflecting today, won't be about some of the great chancellors of the past. She'll be up there. Angela Rayner has a popular touch. She's, as real as it gets. She's come from a tough background. She reflects on that too.
Kicking Dominic Raab in the shins at the last PMQs.
Well, indeed, and you need a sort of a Prescott-like attack dog in there as well, don't you? And that's the mix. So he's got a pretty strong team behind him.
Right. But the big picture, where does Labour go? Are they going to try and pitch for the centre ground in that difficulty that Rishi Sunak is seemingly wanting to move the Tories back there? And that's a very crowded place to be.
Well, my advice to him would be exactly that. Get back onto the centre ground. That's where elections are won and lost. Win round the people who don't think about politics every day, aren't that bothered, thinking about their gas bill and their local school, and pitch it directly to those people.
And as we were reflecting, Nigel Lawson, the tributes being paid, of course, the whole issue about Thatcher, and then Tony Blair, aspirationally, it gave people something to aim for and a bit of hope. That seems to be missing in British politics at the moment.
Well, everyone's so depressed, aren't they? Because, you can't plan your holiday, you're worried about your mortgage, all these things. But, I mean...
Broken Britain, as it's been called.
Well, indeed, and nothing seems to work and all of that. But, if a party, and I'm hoping it would be Labour, can kind of just tune into the idea that things can be better, that we can offer a bit of hope, a bit like Barack Obama did back in the States, then actually you can sort of garner a bit of the zeitgeist and get people back on side. I think people are so sort of on the canvas. They just want someone to lift them up a bit.
Has he got time to do it?
Yes. I mean, a good year, maybe 2 to go until an election. And let's face it, the Tories are not going to go for an election anytime soon, are they?